Do you think that this group of white South Africans should be considered refugees or not? Because, fun fact, they're actually the only refugees that America has allowed into the country since Trump took office. They've completely suspended their refugee program and even denied entry to people from war zones. So why did they accept 59 people from South Africa today? Well, some claim there is a genocide taking place in South Africa against white farmers in particular, and that the government recently passed laws that allows them to legally take land from white farmers at their discretion. Many white farmers claim that they are being politically and racially persecuted. Donald Trump himself has used these claims when being asked why he's granted them entry when he's refused others.
Farmers are being killed. They happen to be white, but whether they're white or black makes no difference to me.
The South African government, on the other hand, disagrees with these claims, saying a refugee is someone being politically, religiously, or economically persecuted. They are not. Rather, South Africa's president said that the white minority make up the wealthiest in the country, earning on average more than 3 times as much as black South Africans. And according to a government 2017 land audit report, despite only making up roughly 7% of the population, white South Africans own 72% of South Africa's private farmland, while black South Africans make up more than 90% of the country's population, but only hold 4% of all privately owned land. In addition to this, a South African court recently ruled that the claims of white genocide in the country was, quote, clearly imagined and not real. However, the nuance there is that it doesn't mean that farm attacks and murders don't happen, because data from civil rights organizations show that they clearly do. But whether they constitute a genocide or even widespread racially motivated killings is heavily contended. In fact, the decision to class them as refugees is so divisive that it's got the freaking church picking sides. In a massive move, the Episcopal Church just terminated their 40-year-long partnership with the US government on refugee resettlement, saying that it refuses to support Trump's decision to prioritize white Afrikaners over other refugees. So the question is, what do you think?
Well, aren't these just the healthiest looking refugees I've ever seen? The most nourished, the most well kept, the cleanest, most well dressed refugees I've ever seen. I've never seen such stunningly healthy, good looking refugees in my life. Thank God America offered them refuge from South Africa. Thank God. They look like they could not have even stood another day there. Thank God.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you come across my video for the first time, do not forget to like and subscribe. You can also give your own opinion in the comment section.
How racist this new administration truly is. This is some of the most racist shit I've ever heard of. In 1913, South Africa had white supremacists running the country, and they created apartheid, which created segregation and discrimination laws against black South Africans. It was whites only South African businesses, whites only South African movie theaters, whites only South African swimming pools. South Africa was on that racist shit just like America treated black folks. So in 1913, white South Africans took over South Africa with force. White South Africans stole land owned by black South Africans. Fast forward to 2025. 3 of Trump's biggest supporters are 3 of the most richest men on the planet. Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and David Sachs are 3 billionaires that fully support Trump. Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and David Sachs are all white South Africans who were born in South Africa, white supremacy, and apartheid. Elon Musk is a white South African white supremacist. South Africa now has a black president. This South African president wants equality in South Africa. He wants the racism to stop, and he wants everyone to be treated equally. Trump and Elon Musk heard about this black South African president wanting equality. Trump immediately stopped all funding to South Africa. There are only 7% of white people in South Africa. But those white people own 70% of the land in South Africa because they stole most of that land from black South Africans. The new black South African president put a new law in place to right the wrongs that were done to black South Africans that had land stolen from them. Just like when European settlers stole America from the natives. Because the South African president wants to give back land that white South Africans stole from black South Africans, that's why Trump and his administration are saying white South Africans are being persecuted and done wrong. But white South Africans are not under persecution.
I mean, the facts are there is no systematic prosecution of white Afrikaner farmers. For the Trump administration to take the view that there's somehow systematic persecution, it's actually problematic and troublesome and damning on the way the Trump administration is receiving its information.
How are they being prosecuted when they the ones who stole the land from black South Africans? Black South Africans are the ones who originally owned that land. What's so wrong with doing right and giving black South Africans their land back? But see, this is the thing. South Africa is not even seizing land like Donald Trump is saying they are. It's a lawful process that's handled in the courts of South Africa. If someone stole land from you and your family, wouldn't you want it back? I did my research and I found out how
To all the South Africans that are getting ready to immigrate legally as refugees to the United States of America, let me just address a few things so you understand where you're coming to and how life works in the United States, just so that you can rest assured that the fears that you do have will be overcome by the joys of what America has to offer. For example, when I moved here, we earned $15 an hour. That's what I earned, $15 an hour. I managed to purchase my first house while having $15 an hour. We did rent for many months. We rented in a lovely suburb in Texas. We managed to purchase a car by going to the bank, and you'll notice the banks don't have 3-4 inch bulletproof glass in them. You actually sit down and talk to the other human being and have an open conversation. You show them what you earn and they give you a loan, and you start building yourself up. And I've even built myself up that I've managed to acquire a farm, acquire a couple of vehicles, acquire my own house, and really progressing forward. So even if you come to the United States, don't worry about all these people that are saying, oh, you're going to be truck drivers and you're going to work hard. Don't worry about them, because many of the leftists, the liberals in South Africa, are like crabs. If you put two of them in a bucket and one crab gets out, the other one just pulls them back in. So disregard them. Come over to the United States and feel what it feels like to live in a country where you don't have a 10-foot fence keeping lions out, which I mean by criminals and murderers and rapists. You have the freedom of speech. You have the freedom to call the police and the police actually come. You have the freedom to apply for any job, that you're not going to be discriminated against according to the color of your skin. You can go into any field of work that you want. I wanted to be in the agricultural and golf segment, and now I'm a superintendent of a golf course, and I run a beautiful 150-acre farm. I work hard and I earn hard. So life is really good in the United States of America, especially under President Donald Trump. The world is your oyster. So you come here, you fly the American flag, you speak your native language, you speak English, your children will go to great schools where they get educated, they don't get picked on because of the color of their white skin. You can go to the bank, you can start a business, you can truly thrive in America. America is truly the land of the free, and it is the land of milk and honey. So it does feel different earning dollars and speaking to people who earn dollars, and they respect you, they love you. The church community in America is phenomenal. The hunger for God is real. And yes, we do have democratic cities, but you can just look at the state of the cities and you will understand what's wrong with them. They're led by communists and socialists, and they are falling apart, yes. But us here in the South, we are thriving. If you're looking for a job, I have positions open. The people around me have positions open. All you have to do is be yourself, show up on time, and be respectable. Luckily, that comes very easily as a South African. We show up on time, we work hard, and we earn hard, like I like to say. So for all of you who are coming over from South Africa in the second wave to embrace the American dream, get ready for it, because everything you put your heart to, you will and can achieve, because this is the land of the free and it is the land of milk and honey. If you put your mind to a business and you have a dream, you can come to America and you can earn that dream by hard work and trusting the Lord God Almighty.